Salut Yetzov et bienvenue au corps pour aujourd'hui. Alors donc, j'ai de bonnes nouvelles je crois. Right, so some word on your year 12 exams and what's happening with them, and also the potential move back to school. Now obviously I record these well in advance of when you're watching and listening to them, so I'm doing this before half term. So obviously things may have changed, like when we're going back they might have determined a date by now, but all of this we don't know. But what I can tell you early on is that the year 12 exams, I've talked to Mr. Murphy a lot about them, and they're going to do them remotely. So even if we're in school, they want it to be set. But I talked to him and I said there's all sorts of problems with that for the reading and listening and translation, the files where you write it and all this. So he's agreed that basically I can do what I want, so I will. So we will do the listening, reading and translation in school in one of our lessons on Thursday and Friday, as the plan goes. The writing exam I will set remotely. It'll be a timed essay, so the question will be up and you'll have to submit it in time. So the exams are going forward. Listening, reading and translation we'll do in school together. You'll do it in some lessons. For the writing exam, you will do that at home remotely. So that's what you need to know, which means these year 12 exams are even closer. So with that in mind, I've created a little revision booklet for you, which has just got a practice paper for you to do. Obviously you've completed all your flip homeworks for modules 1 to 6. So this is a full paper for you to get the grips and get the feel of what the AS level is like, or the year 12 exams like. So this is as close to the year 12 exam as I can get. All the activities are the same, the set out and the format's exactly the same. It's just obviously the questions and the content that are different. Use this to prepare yourself. I'd advise you to do it in controlled conditions, but I mean it's down to you how you want to do it. I would do it as a pure exam. I'd then mark it. I'll put up the mark schemes. I'd then go through it with like a fine tooth comb and go through like all the vocabulary I didn't know and make lists and then have a go. That's how I would prepare myself. That is the ideal revision. To revise as well, remember all the videos that we've made on each module are still up, so you can go back to different modules, you can watch them again, you can attempt questions again and see what to do. Mais pour aujourd'hui, it's our final revision session for the modules we've studied at Year 12, et on va finir avec module 6 qui parle des fêtes et des traditions. Donc, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. Mettez-moi sur pause et tentez le contrôle de vocabulaire ici. Tu vois ce que j'ai fait? J'ai utilisé le verbe avec l'introduction. Donc, tentez de traduire 1, 2, 3 en anglais, 4, 5, 6 en français. When you think you're done, take me off pause and I'll go through the answers. Bon courage, on y va. Alors mes petits, right guys, so if you're taking me off pause, you've got all 6 verbs and you're ready for this. You know how our revision lessons work by now. What we're going to do is we'll go through some vocab and do a vocab test first, just on the key vocabulary you need to know for this module. Every word I'm memorizing in your vocab books. Then we'll work together through some practice questions. We'll do 2 listenings today and 1 reading. Yes, they're big and this is quite long, but it'll be really worth it for you and your studies to talk through what you need to do, how you need to do it, to go for any vocabulary to hopefully build your confidence. So when you do your year 12 exam, you know exactly what to do and you can get a really high mark after what has been a difficult year for you, but you've worked really hard. So that's what it's all about today. We start with these 6 verbs. Let's have a little look. Dans le premier, tenter, c'est un synonyme pour essayer. Tenter veut dire to attempt something or to try something. Instead of essayer, which they know you'll know, they'll use tenter. Donc attention, avoir trop de monde, c'est une phrase, c'est un idiome en français. Avoir trop de monde veut dire to be too busy. Avoir trop de monde, literally to have too many of the world, too many people. It's just a way of saying it's too busy here. Il y a trop de monde dans le bar. It's like it's too full in this bar. Alors, retrouver, c'est le verbe to rediscover or to re-find. It can also mean to meet up as well. Retrouver des amis is to meet up with your friends, you find them again. Alors, numéro 4, to attract en français, c'est attirer, c'est la matière. To share, c'est le verbe partager. To remember it, think if you're sharing something out, you'll split it up into parts. Yeah, you'll partition it, partager. And then to remember, there's two ways to say it. J'ai utilisé aujourd'hui souvenir. Donc, penser des vacances quand tu achètes quelque chose. Cela, c'est pour souvenir les vacances que tu as fait, hein? That's where we get the word souvenir from. You can also use here souvenir en bon synonyme, c'est le verbe rappeler, qui veut dire to recall something. So if you recall some information, you remember it, they'll use that as a synonym for this. So you need to know both of them. Right, so far so good. This is 6 key verbs. How well do you know the vocab for module 6? On va commencer avec un contrôle de vocabulaire. Et voilà mes petits, vous savez exactement ce qu'il faut faire pour les contrôles de vocabulaire. C'est ça la feuille aujourd'hui, donc regardez le document de Word que j'ai attaché en frog. Et voilà mes petits, donc ici vous avez le contrôle de vocabulaire. C'est la même chose que normalement, donc il faut, pour question 1, 2, 3, 4 et 5, qu'est-ce que c'est en anglais? Il faut traduire les 5 mots clés par 6, 7, 8, il faut mettre le mot dans le bon espace. Attention, quand j'ai utilisé les verbes, il faut conjuguer les verbes. Donc, penser, c'est dans quel temps? C'est passé, présent, futur, etc. Et qui utilise le verbe? Il faut conjuguer les verbes aussi. Par 9 et le défi additionnel, c'est un petit changement. Pour 9, il faut traduire la phrase en français. Et pour le défi additionnel, ce n'est pas compulsaire. Il ne faut pas faire le défi additionnel. Il faut traduire celui-ci en français. Attention, what tense is this? He would have wanted. It's one of our type of compound tenses. Beautiful French there. Alors donc, 11, c'est bien aujourd'hui. 11, c'est la note d'admission. Give yourself 5 minutes for this. So on your portable, mettez en minuteur pour 5 minutes. Test yourself properly. Restart the video after 5 minutes and I'll go through the answers. Bon courage mes petits. 3, 2, 1. On y va. Allez. Hello mes petits, if you hear me now, you've had a go at this vocab test and you're ready for the answers. So 15 will be a good mark today. C'est plus difficile aujourd'hui, donc on y va. Fêter, c'est un verbe absolument clé pour aujourd'hui et c'est le verbe to celebrate. It can also mean to party. Tu veux faire la fête means like, do you want to party? It means, so we used to say to each other to say like, are you going out tonight? Are we going out drinking? Basically, tu veux faire la fête, tu as envie de faire la fête ce soir. Alors, se rassembler comes from the word like rassemblement, which is all getting together. This is our verb to get together, se rassembler. Think of like the word in English, reassemble. If you assemble something, you put it together. Numéro 3, les jours fériés. Alors, c'est un mot important ici. Ça veut dire bank holiday en anglais. Qu'est-ce que c'est un jour férié? Bank holidays is when the whole country shuts. So we have them all the time in England. They've got loads more than us in France. Everything shuts down. Everyone's on holiday. C'est les jours fériés. Alors, numéro 4, c'était plus compliqué. Tenir, toute seule, c'est le verbe to hold en anglais. Avec le mot compte, il changea to take into account, qui est un synonyme pour le verbe comprendre. If you take something into account, you think about it or you understand it. Numéro 5, profiter, c'est un verbe clé que les Français utilisent tout le temps. Ça veut dire to profit or to gain from. Now, this doesn't mean in like a business sense, like to make money. I mean, it can be used in that. But profiter in French is more used for holidays to mean like get the most out of it, or what we'd say like, oh, enjoy your break, enjoy the holiday. In French, they say, oh, j'espère que tu vas profiter des vacances ici. I hope you're going to profit from it, which means like you get something from it. I really like that. I like the way the French have a term and phrase for that, whereas in Britain, we really don't. Alors donc, ça, c'est les premiers 5 verbes. Bon effort jusqu'ici. Maintenant, c'était un peu plus difficile. Il fallait compléter la phrase avec les mots dans la boîte. Alors donc, on y va. Noël est plutôt un moment de rassemblement avec ses proches plutôt qu'une fête religieuse. Voilà, donc ça veut dire en anglais, Christmas is rather or moreover a moment of getting together with your closest with people who are close to you. This is a synonym for family. Les proches, the people who are close to you in your lives. Plutôt que, rather than, une fête religieuse, rather than a religious festival. Guys, 3 marks for that. This is tough today, les gars. Fais au bon effort si tu as fait ça. La numéro 7, le festival Passport a lieu à l'île Maurice et se déroule annuellement. Alors attention, il fallait conjuguer le verbe ici. If you've not conjugated it, no mark. It says, this festival, the Door Festival, a lieu. Avoir lieu means to take place, literally to have place. Remember we talked about this, l'île Maurice is what we call Mauritius. It's an island in the Indian Ocean. It's like a honeymoon destination. So this festival takes place on the in Mauritius and se déroule. Alors rouler is to roll. So dérouler is to like unravel. So unwinds or unravels. It's just another way of saying happens. Passer annuellement. Something happens annually. It happens yearly. Guys, this is a lot tougher. Well done if you got these two. If you didn't, don't worry. This is tough today. Je veux 11. Je t'ai dit 11. C'est en bonne note aujourd'hui. Alors, numéro 8. Il vaut mieux avoir les fêtes nationales au lieu de fêtes religieuses. Je préfère ça. Alors, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Il vaut mieux is a key phrase. If you didn't know it, write it down now. Il vaut mieux means it would be better. The vaut comes from our verb valoir. Il vaut is it is worth. Valoir is the verb to be worth. So you literally say in French, it's worth more, which we translate in English, it's better to. Yeah, it's worth more to have national festivals. So it's better to have national festivals. Au lieu de, this is another key phrase. If you didn't know, write it down now because it will come up in the year 12 exam. Au lieu de means in the place of, so we translate it to instead of. So back to the start, it would be better, or it's worth more, to have national festivals instead of religious festivals. I prefer that. Now look at préférer. I put it in and told you to conjugate it, and you might have thought, easy, it's just an ER verb, but préférer is one where the accents change all the time. Have you got préfère, one up, one down? If you do, give yourself a tick. Any other accent use, c'est incorrect. Alors, je sais. Alors donc, on continue. Hein? Numéro 9, il fallait traduire la phrase en français. Si tu es proche, ça va, j'accepte. Donc, these days, in France, it appears that Christmas has lost its religious value. Je dirais, de nos jours, et on pourrait dire actuellement, en ce moment, j'accepte ça. En France, il paraît que Noël a perdu sa valeur religieuse. Si tu as écrit quelque chose qui est similaire à ce que j'ai écrit, ça va, d'accord? Alors, et finalement, le défi additionnel. He would have wanted to celebrate with us. What tense is this? Would have wanted. This is the conditional perfect tense. So, how do you form it? It's the verb wanted, so we need avoir in the conditional and then the past participle of the verb to want. Then we need an infinitive and then it's all done. So you should have il aurait voulu fêter avec nous. So this says he would have, avoir in the conditional and it's in regular verb. Voulu, wanted, again, an irregular past participle. Fêter avec nous or célébrer avec nous, j'accepte aussi. Guys, excellent effort. If you got close to this, give yourself a mark. If you guys bang on, I'll give you 2 marks. Alors donc, ajoutez tous les notes s'il vous plaît. Et aujourd'hui, le cible c'est 11. Donnez une note sur 11 pour moi. Add them all up. Give yourself a note overall, a grade overall. Guys, if you did well on this, well done. If you haven't, if you've absolutely suffered with this and you can't remember any of this vocabulary, you're not ready for this lesson and you're not ready for year 12 exam. So, if you found this hard work, put this lesson on pause, go back on Memrise, get your vocab booklet out and study the vocabulary, because without these key things, you're going to really struggle with an exam text that's going to drop you out of your comfort zone. So go back, prepare, study, then come back to this lesson. That is what independence, that is what study at A-level all looks at. If you're happy with what you've got and you think you know this vocabulary really well, you're ready to carry on. Donc, on y va! Alors mes petits, donc le vocabulaire, ça va. Mais pour l'examen, on va utiliser le vocabulaire très différent, les phrases très différentes, les textes très, très difficiles. Donc, le vocabulaire, c'est le premier pas, mais aussi, il faut les compétences pour faire l'examen. Et donc, for that, you need a survival techniques. You know all these, but when we do your exam, I want to see you using this. Tip number 1, always get the most out of the question paper. Number 2, know what the questions are asking you. I say this so much and everyone like rolls their eyes when I do this again in class, but I'm telling you, year 13, the last mocks I marked for them, they didn't, they answered things wrong, and I've even got like transcripts back from when they did the real exam, and I've looked at their answers and I thought, you haven't understood the question, they've answered something different. It's so important. That question gives you an overview of what the text is about, it gives you a context, it gives you the ideas that you really need to get the most. Spend the time on the question paper. You're in charge of the recording, so remember how to do that. Pause, reflect, answer check, always go back, listen to the whole transcript as well, make sure you've got it all in your head to make sure you've not been tricked. Think and revise word families. We've talked a lot about synonyms so far today and the impact they're going to come up. Think about them. And if you hear an unknown word, can you link it to another word? Is it from something else? And then remember, tip 5, answer in French. Don't just copy exactly what you've said. You won't get the mark. And number 6, they go together. Keep it simple. People lose marks for trying to write a whole fancy sentence. You don't need to. 1 or 2 or 3 words should be enough in most cases. Keep it simple. Remember this. Alors, let's put you to the test. So for each activity, donc pour chaque activité, je veux que tu passes 4 minutes minimum pour faire de la préparation. Donc 4 minutes pour faire tip 1 et tip 2, 4 minutes pour se préparer. Après ça, environ 10 minutes pour chaque activité, mais certains sont plus longs que les autres, certains sont plus courtes, mais 10 minutes environ aujourd'hui. Donc, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. All of this is on your sheet today. Put your timer for, well, I don't think you'll need 4 minutes because it's 4 questions, but still, préparez-vous. Read the whole thing. Now I've picked something, a subject that I know you won't know. I know you won't know this word, and look how crucial it is to the question. Can you work it out? Is there any clues in the text to tell you what this word is? Put me on pause now. When you restart me, I'll translate each of these questions with you, but you need to do it. Make sure you get the most out of the question. Pause me now, see what you've got. On y va. Alors, alright guys, preparation over. So, what do you think l'Occitan is? What do you reckon l'Occitan is? So, let's have a little look and go through each question to see what you know. Now, this is what the exam's going to do. It's not exactly what we studied in class. It's all about the skills to cope with unknown French. Donc, on y va. À apprendre l'occitan au collège. So, learning whatever this is in school. So it's a school subject or something like that. Listen to this text on the learning of l'occitan au collège. Répondez aux questions suivantes en français. Okay. So, combien d'heures d'occitan un élève de 4e peut-il avoir? Ça veut dire, how many hours of this subject can a student in 4th year have? Now, I know this exam really well. A 4th year, 4e, they're going to say a 5th year has this many hours a week, a 4th year has this many a week, a 3rd year has this many a week. You've got to be careful with these sorts of things. You listen out for 4e, that's the trap. So I definitely have 4e written out so you know to note for that. Alors la deuxième, donner 2 limites géographiques entre lesquelles, here we go, on parle l'occitan. So, give 2 geographical limits between which one speaks l'occitan. So this is a language. It's a regional French language. So there's loads of regional French languages. Just like in English, we have Welsh and Scottish. But after the French Revolution, they stopped them. They said everyone should speak French, and they really fought against it. But you've still got some areas who do it. Now, obviously, times have changed and regional languages are more popular, so people speak them. This is the biggest one, I'd say, in France, regional. You've also got Provençal, but I mean, and in Corsica, they've got a regional language as well, but it's very, very different. So that's what you need to know about this. We now know our subject is talking about a language. Give 2 geographical limits between which. So where do they speak it? Where is this in France? Alors, let's say, quel est l'argument de ceux qui critiquent l'occitan? So what's the argument of those that criticize l'occitan? They say, what is the argument of those who criticize the language? Why are people critical of it? Why are they saying you shouldn't learn it? I'm sure you can think about the arguments against these regional languages. Et finalement, on dit lettre D. Donnez un exemple montrant la présence de l'occitan dans le français actuel. So this is harder. Give an example montrant. So you know this from cela nous montre, la photo nous montre, comes from the verb montrer, to show. And remember, any verb ending in an ANT with an ANT form, this means ing. So give an example showing the presence of l'occitan in not actual French. This is a faux ami. What does actuel mean? What does actuellement mean? Current, so current day French. Give an example showing the presence of l'occitan in modern, contemporary, current day French. So those are the 4 questions. On the next slide, I've got the sound file. I don't know how good the quality is, so you might prefer to download it from Frog or your emails. Try that to see what you can do. If not, it is on the next slide if it's not working. Listen up, see what you can do, answer these questions. Remember, you're in control. And then when you think you're done, restart and I'll go on to the answers. Alors mes petits, so if this doesn't work very well, it's not very clear on YouTube, the sound file is also on Frog. I'm going to play it on here as well. Listen carefully, remember you're in control of this recording. Pause it, answer, rewind, check. That's all down to you. Get your practice up now. When you think you've got the answers to these 4 questions, restart the video and go to the next slide and we'll look at the transcript and I'll go through the answers. Bon courage mes petits, on y va.
Apprendre l'occitan au collège. Dans la plupart des collèges du sud de la France, on peut désormais apprendre l'occitan, à raison d'1 heure par semaine en 6e et de 3 heures à partir de la 4e. L'occitan, ou langue d'oc, est la langue du sud. Elle est parlée de Bordeaux à Nice, des Pyrénées au Massif central. C'est une partie importante du patrimoine culturel. Pour certains, l'occitan serait une langue morte, et son apprentissage resterait inutile. Cependant, beaucoup d'occitan transparaît dans le français. On le retrouve dans certaines expressions, des façons de nommer les gens et les lieux, et surtout dans les sonorités des accents du Sud.
Alors, right guys, so you can rewind, replay, make sure you've got all 4 answers. When you're done, go on to the next part of this video. Et voilà mes petits, donc ici, j'ai la transcription pour vous. Encore une fois, mettez-moi sur pause et regardez ce que tu as écrit. Vérifiez les réponses que vous avez ici comparées aux transcriptions. Si tu veux changer quelque chose, maintenant vous avez l'occasion de faire ça. Quand tu es contente avec ce que tu as fait, recommencez la vidéo et je vous donne les réponses. Bon courage, mettez-moi sur pause maintenant, on y va. Alors, right guys, so let's break this down and look at our answers. Et voilà mes petits, this is where you really need to look and check, just underline where in the text all these things come. So, first question, how many hours does a quatrième have of l'occitan? Let's have a little look and break it down. So it's all in here. I told you this trick was going to come. So one can, from now on, learn l'occitan à raison de 1 hour per week for 6 years and 3 hours for 4th years. So the answer is 3 heures par semaine. You see, I told you they do that. They give you 2 different things to make sure you're looking. 3 heures à partir de la 4e, c'est les réponses. Alors, B, donnez 2 limites géographiques entre lesquelles on parle l'occitan. So you need to know, c'est le pays de Hoc, which is an old French word for this massive area. So it's in the south, but you don't get a mark for le sud, because that's not 2 limits, and not all of the south is in Loc. A lot of it is Provence and the old provinces. So Languedoc is the old province. So you need to have one of these. Elle est parlée de Bordeaux à Nice, des Pyrénées au Massif Central. So you only need one of these. So from Bordeaux to Nice, or from the Pyrenees, which is the mountain range in between France and Spain, or Massif Central, which is like the middle of, like the middle of France all the way up to the center. Et voilà, ce sont les limites. You just need one of these to get them up. C'est quel est l'argument de ceux qui critiquent l'occitan? Voilà, c'est ici. Pour certains, l'occitan serait une langue morte et son apprentissage resterait inutile. Donc, le critique, c'est que c'est inutile. And it's useless because c'est une langue morte, according to them anyway. So anything to do with like, there's no point in learning it, it's a dead language, anything like that, you'll get the mark. Et finalement, D, donner un exemple montrant la présence de l'occitan dans la France actuelle. C'est ici beaucoup d'occitans transparaît dans le français. On le retrouve dans certaines expressions, des façons de nommer les gens et les yeux, et surtout dans les sonorités des accents du sud. So, you can have any of these three. One, in certain expressions. Two, naming people and places. And three is in the accents of the southern people, the way they say things, just like Geordie or Liverpudlian here. Et voilà. Right, guys, 4 marks for this, even though this is on a crazy subject, and like, how does this link to festivals and what we do? It doesn't. This is what the A-level's about, is testing your skills. Despite all that, I'm sure you did all right on this tricky listening. Bon effort. Let's just up that difficulty a little bit with our next activity. Et voilà, maintenant, c'est plus traditionnel. We're going to look at a question 4. So question 4 has a part A and a part B, and it's more about summarizing the ideas. You'll get this for your question 4 in your year 12 exam. Let's just look at passage A pour commencer. Donc, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. Year 12, mettez-moi ce pause et lisez tu la question et lisez les questions ici et traduisez les questions assurées que tu sais bien ce que la question vous demande. Quand tu as fait ça, recommencez-moi. I'll go through and translate and make sure you're ready for it. Bon courage, on y va. Alors mes petits, right guys, so let's go through this. Le marché de Noël de Strasbourg. Now, some of our New Year 12s have been to Strasbourg, so know all about it. It's not a Christmas though. The Christmas markets at Strasbourg. So this is really big part for this area. They say that Strasbourg is the place that invented the Christmas tree, but I highly doubt it. So here we go. This is what you're looking at. So listen to this article on the Christmas market in Strasbourg and answer in French. Alors donc, facile. Combien de temps dure le marché de Noël? How long does the Christmas market last? Numéro B, pardon, lettre B. Où les chalets se trouvent-ils? Where are the chalets situated? So, I don't know if you've ever been to a Christmas market. There's a really good one in Birmingham called the German market, and they sell things from like little ski huts, little chalets. So that's what it means by a chalet. Where are they situated? I've put B specific here because there's an easy answer to this in Strasbourg, in the town of Strasbourg, but they're not going to want that. They're obviously going to say something, or they've got to be here or there. So make sure you're really specific whenever it asks you something like that. Think about the question. Alors c'est donner un exemple de ce que l'on peut acheter dans les chalets. Give an example of what you can, you shouldn't say but, what you can buy. There we go, lovely way. Give an example of what you can buy in the chalet. So listen out again. Be specific. They'll say something specific you can buy. Et finalement, so like, for example, see, you can't just put Christmas presents. Obviously, what type of Christmas presents? I imagine they do sell them there, mais quoi exactement? Et lettre D, quelle est la principale attraction du marché? This is your keyword. What is the main attraction? La principale attraction. So we know how these exams work. They're going to say, oh yeah, people come to visit this, visit that. There's a famous this. This is great to see. The main attraction is, you're looking out for the main attraction. Maybe they won't say principal. Maybe they'll say another way, like what attracts people here the most, or I don't know, but we're about to find out. So now you know the questions. On the next slide, I've got the listening. You've also got it attached on Frog. Hello mes petits, right guys, so I've got the listing on here. I'll start it on the YouTube slide, but remember you've got it on Frog if the sound quality is poor. Pause it, rewind it, you're in control. Give yourself 9 minutes maximum for this. Part A, bon courage, on y va.
Le marché de Noël de Strasbourg. Passage A. Un marché très renommé. C'est en 1570 que le premier marché de Noël a été inauguré à Strasbourg autour de la cathédrale. Aujourd'hui, plus de 4 siècles plus tard, le marché de Noël de Strasbourg est le plus populaire de France et un des plus grands d'Europe. Le marché attire chaque année plus de 2 millions de visiteurs durant les 5 semaines de célébration. Près de 300 chalets sont aménagés autour de la cathédrale et dans le centre-ville. Ils proposent des produits locaux, de la nourriture et des décorations traditionnelles de Noël. Une des principales attractions est le magnifique sapin de Noël qui mesure plus de 30 mètres de haut.
Passage B.
Alors,
Interview.
right, guys. So I didn't know it would go straight on to passage B. Here is passage A. Ici, j'ai la transcription. So put me on pause, have a little read through, think about the questions, check your answers. When you're ready, restart the video et je vous donne les réponses. Bon courage, on y va. Alors mes petits, let's have a close look. Et voilà, this is where you need to be looking. Now look at that lovely first paragraph. No answers at all in it. It's just a bit of background. So if you kept pausing and listening to that bit, you wasted your time. Look how close our answers are today in this transcript. Alors donc, on y va. Le marché attire chaque année plus de 2 millions de visiteurs durant les 5 semaines de célébration. Donc, combien de temps dure le marché de Noël? 5 semaines. C'est la réponse. Now, I suppose the little trick here is they're giving you loads of numbers up here in the first bit, but it's just all down here. 5 weeks. Alors, où les chalets se trouvent-ils? I told you you've got to be specific in these things. Près de 300 chalets sont aménagés autour de la cathédrale et dans le centre-ville. We'll have that. Autour de la cathédrale et dans le centre-ville. So autour means around the outside of. So tour is a tower. So autour is like around it, like in that shape. And in this town centre, I think you'd be alright if you had either autour de la cathédrale ou dans le centre-ville, mais je sais pas, get them both down. Alors, c'est donner un exemple de ce que l'on peut acheter dans les chalets. Now, again, I told you to be specific. You can't say Christmas presents. What have we got? Ils proposent, they propose to you, they sell des produits locaux, de la nourriture et des décorations traditionnelles. So any of those three. I've got on peut acheter, but you don't need that. La nourriture, or you could have left it out, des produits locaux, that would work down there as well, and des décorations traditionnelles de Noël, any of those work. Et D, quelle est la principale attraction du marché? This is quite nice. Un des principales attractions est le magnifique sapin de Noël. Now, if you don't know what un sapin de Noël is, you might struggle to pick it out. It means a Christmas tree. Et voilà, c'est la réponse, le sapin de Noël. You don't have to put the magnifique if you don't want. Le sapin de Noël is good enough. Guys, bon effort. Give yourself a mark out of 4. This is section A. Let's have a little look at section B. Et voilà, pour passage B, la même chose. Donc, mettez-moi ce pause maintenant et lisez toutes les questions pour vérifier que tu es prêt. Right, guys, so hopefully you've read through all in English. Passage B is always summarized in English. So I've given you some space to do that on your sheets. So the first speaker, we need to know what they think about the Christmas market and Christmas in general in English. Second speaker, their experience of the market so far and her next planned activity. That's easy. She can only do so many things in town and it's got to be Christmassy. So what's she going to do? Okay, so listen to, you'll have to skip through part A again because I don't know how to cut and splice this. Listen to part A again. Listen to passage B. Answer these questions on this slide, on the next slide, sorry. When you're ready, we'll go through the answers and look at the transcript. Alors mes petits, listen to section B and have a go at A and B. On y va.
Magnifique sapin de Noël qui mesure plus de 30 mètres de haut.
That's just the end of passage A.
Passage B.
Passage B.
Interview.
Voilà.
Interview.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Nous recherchons des témoignages pour la Gazette
pour
de
la
Strasbourg.
Gazette de Strasbourg.
Qu'avez-vous pensé de votre visite au marché?
Je viens chaque année et à chaque fois, c'est merveilleux. Je peux retrouver les odeurs de mon enfance, le pain d'épices et le vin chaud. C'est un véritable voyage hors du temps. Pour moi, Noël a toujours été un moment magique. Ce que je préfère, ce sont les illuminations.
Et vous, madame?
Je suis ravie de ma visite. J'ai pu acheter des décorations artisanales en bois pour mon sapin et des gâteaux secs que je vais offrir à ma sœur. Maintenant, je vais écouter des chants de Noël dans la cathédrale.
Alors, right, guys, so you can restart that, listen again, see what you've got, summarize what those speakers say. Next slide, I'll show you the transcript. Et voilà mes petits, donc mettez-moi sur pause maintenant, lisez la transcription encore une fois, vérifiez vos réponses. Quand tu es contente que tu as les bonnes réponses, recommencez-moi et je vous donne les réponses. Alors mes petits, so let's have a little look. This is nice and straightforward today for a part 4. So, summarize the first speaker's views on the Christmas market and Christmas in general. So, the Christmas market, je viens chaque année et à chaque fois c'est merveilleux. Come every year and every time it's marvelous. Je peux retrouver des odeurs de mon enfance, le pain d'épices et le vin chaud. C'est un véritable voyage hors du temps. Okay, so what's her views on the Christmas market? This is a bit tougher. You've got to think left field. So what she really says is she goes every year, yeah. She finds it great and it reminds her of her childhood, which is what she says. I can re-find the smells of my childhood, spice bread and what should we call it? Mulled wine. C'est un véritable voyage hors du temps. It's a real journey outside of time or back in time. Isn't that beautiful? All right, the second part, Christmas in general. Pour moi, Noël a toujours été un moment magique. Ce que je préfère, ce sont les illuminations. So you can either have Christmas is a magical time, isn't it just? And I prefer the lights is what you need. 2 marks for that. I know it's a bit weird how she said it, but that's how to get the 2 marks. Let's have a look at part B. Et voilà, donc, la deuxième personne, the Christmas market so far, je suis ravie de ma visite. So she's ravished by her visit, which means she's really enjoying it. Isn't that sweet? So, j'ai pu acheter, see this, pu, from pouvoir, to be able to. I've been able to buy artisanal decorations in wood for my Christmas tree. Sounds great. Et des gâteaux secs que je vais offrir à ma soeur. And dried cake that I'm going to offer to my sister. Good Christmas for her. Alors, her next planned activity. Maintenant, je vais écouter des chants de Noël dans la cathédrale. So, the Christmas market so far, she's really liked it. She's pleased with it. She's bought decorations or biscuits. Any of that for the first mark. Her next planned activity, she's going to listen to chants de Noël. She's going to listen to Christmas carols or Christmas songs in the cathedral. Another mark for that. Right. Tough listening today. The listening exam is one we know we're targeting. How well have you done? Give yourself a mark. I think a really good effort here. Alors mes petits, now let's focus on the reading exam almost exactly the same survival techniques here. Get the most out of the question paper, know what it's asking you, keep your answers simple. The text I've chosen today is a mad, insane one. We've seen it before, but that ain't going to help you. Je vais expliquer. Alors mes petits, donc, cette activité c'est beaucoup plus compliqué que quand il faut répondre en français ou même en anglais. C'est parce que il y a les 1, 2, 3, les 4 possibilités. Donc, ce qu'il faut faire, il faut lire la question, lire les réponses possibles et traduire les réponses possibles en anglais. D'accord? Après avoir fait ça, il faut chercher dans le texte pour les réponses. Donc, guys, as this lesson's gone on a while, what we'll do is I'm going to leave it to you, read through the questions, translate them, make sure you're ready, and then we'll look at the text and go through it. translate the questions first, get the most out of the question paper first, and then move on to the answers. What I'm going to do in the next slide is I'm going to put the two together. I'll go through each possibility and I'll show you the answers to see what you've got. So make sure you complete the whole activity and you've answered 1 to 6 before you restart this. Alors, bon courage. This is what it's all about. I've picked a mad text about a Bible story and celebration that I've never heard of. It's down to you. Donc, bon courage mes petits. On y va. Alors mes petits, donc j'ai souligné les réponses, on peut les trouver, mais avant ça, je vais traduire toutes les questions. Donc, le premier, so let's go through all the possible answers and look what we've highlighted to go through it. One starts with peu de français, so few French people, 4 possibilities. Celebrate the festival of Saint-Jean, which is what this is obviously about. Connaissent les origines des feux de la Saint-Jean. Know about the origins of the fire of Saint-Jean, which is our festival. S'amuse pendant les feux de Saint-Jean. Have a good time during the festival of Saint-Jean. Now, you might say it's a festival, but there's a lot of really miserable Christian festivals like Easter. And then finally, few French people carry the name Jean. Okay, so that means few people have got Jean as their name. Obviously, that's a lie. Everyone knows a French person called Jean. So it's the French form of Sean. Do you like that? Voila, destiny. Alors, so 3 left. Few French people celebrate it, know the origins of the fires, or have a good time. What does it say? Les Français sont nombreux, so many French people, à ne pas savoir, don't know ce qu'ils célèbrent pendant ce jour particulier. So lots of French people don't know what they're celebrating on this particular day. Donc la réponse, c'est B. They don't know the origins of this. So lots of them celebrate it, but they don't know the origins. B is your answer. Well done if you got that. If you put A, I feel bad for you because I can see why. Alors, Zacharie. Here's your 4 possibilities. One of Jesus' prophets. Okay, prophet's quite a strong word here. B, a young priest. C, punished by the angel Gabriel. Or D, nicknamed John the Baptist, Jean le Baptiste. So let's have a little look. What does it say? Il est expliqué dans la Bible, que l'ange Gabriel descend sur terre pour annoncer à Zacharie, un prêtre assez âgé, la grossesse prochaine de sa femme souffrant de stérilité. So this is where we got a mad Bible story, guys. And an angel Gabriel, came down to earth to announce to Zachary, a priest quite old, so he's not a young priest. Cross them out as you go along when it goes to this. To announce to this old priest, la grossesse prochaine de sa femme, the fatness, the next fatness of his wife. No way, femme is wife, right? Grosse is fat, but grossesse in this sense means the pregnancy, because you get fat when you're pregnant. Voilà, la grossesse prochaine de sa femme, souffrant de stérilité. So his wife, who couldn't have a baby, is going to have a baby. Le vieillard, the old man, refused to believe the angel and automatically lost the use of speech for his rudeness. So Zachary is not Jean the Baptiste, and he's not a prophet of Jesus. He's punished by the angel Gabriel. So I don't know about you, but an angel comes down and says to him, your wife's going to be pregnant. And he's like, no way is that going to happen, mate. I mean, if I just seen an angel come down from heaven, like what I believe and what I don't believe would be severely questioned. So if that can happen, a woman getting pregnant isn't beyond the realms of possibility. But there we go. The angel Gabriel was not happy. It meant he lost his use of speech. Alors, tous les 24 juin, les Français, all the way down here. So every 24th of June, French people light fires in their chimneys, burn like incense candles, font la fête, party with their friends and members of their family, or stay at their house. Let's have a look at this. So, tous les 24 juin, les Français se réunissent autour d'un bûcheur qui mesure plus de 10 mètres. Celui-ci est brûlé au cochon de soleil. Donc, ça veut dire, every 24th of June, French people gather around a log fire which measures more than 10 meters. This is burnt at sunset. So it's going to be C. Have a party with their friends. Okay, it's because it says French people get together around the log fire, and that is why it's C. Lucky, because so many of them are close. That's what it is. Alors, 4. Jean le Baptiste. We have to go back up here to where they start with Jean le Baptiste. What have we got? Stayed at Jesus' side, made Zachary mute. We know this isn't the case because the angel Gabriel made Zachary mute, not him. A sauté au-dessus d'un bûcher enflammé, jumped over a burning log fire, or is sterile. I think the Bible's going to talk about that. Let's have a look. Here's John the Baptist. Le petit garçon grandit et devient l'un des plus fidèles prophètes de Jésus-Christ. So he became one of the most loyal prophets of Jesus. So he stayed at Jesus' side. So Zachary, this bloke who lost the use of speech, and his wife who fell pregnant, their son became John the Baptist. Voilà, numéro 5. Les bûchers, which is the log fire. So bûche de Noël is like a chocolate log at Christmas. So bûchers like logs. So the log fires stay intact during the festival. Obviously not, they're going to bloody burn. So that can't be the answer. Burn difficultly. Are difficult to burn? I doubt it, because logs are quite good at burning. Okay, so 2 left. Cannot go above 10 meters in height, or must be advanced. So it says here, le but, the goal is de créer un feu qui peut se voir à des kilomètres. So the goal is to create a fire that can be seen. I love that. That can see itself from kilometers away. So the idea is to create a massive fire. D. There we go. Health and safety, not that important in France. Et finalement 6. The angel Gabriel is, I couldn't find the answer for this in here, that's why it's out, but he is a person from the Bible. He's not married to Elizabeth. I don't know how you can marry an angel. He's obviously not the dad of Jean le Baptiste. Angels can't have babies, and he's not Jesus. Even me, my heathen ways, knows that. So there you go, guys. This is a really tough text. Et voilà, donc on a quelques questions qu'il faut répondre en français. If you haven't done these, put me on pause because I'm going to go through the answers now. Alors, pourquoi Zachary perdit l'usage de la parole? We've talked about this in English. How are you going to put it in French? Keep it simple. I've gone for parce qu'il refuse les prédictions de l'ange Gabriel. Parce qu'il a enchanté l'ange Gabriel. Anything like that will give you the mark. B. Quelle est la mission des groupes de musique pendant le feu de Saint-Jean? C'est ici. Les groupes de musique viennent mettre une bonne ambiance. Donc, leur ambition ou mission, c'est mettre une bonne ambiance. Qu'est-ce que c'est l'ambiance? An atmosphere. So music groups create a nice atmosphere. Et finalement, c'est quelles attitudes adoptent les Français au temps du bûcher enflammé? Now, this question was tougher. What attitudes do the French adopt? What does that mean? It means how do they act about it? What do the French think about it? So you've got 2 marks. So 2 different ways or attitudes or things or ways they react to this big log fire. Certains Français essaient de sauter au-dessus de l'immense brazier pour prouver leur témérité. So some French people try to jump over a part of the fire. Others prefer garder leur distance avec les gigantesques flammes. Others try and stay away from the gigantic flames. So like English people, really, some are idiots, some are clever. So some try to jump it, others keep away from it. 1 mark for some try to jump it, 1 mark for others keep away from it. Now, this is a horrible piece of reading. In fact, it was the hardest one I can find, and I did that quite on purpose to make you see what this exam can be like and to give you the skills and the tactics to do it and see what you can do. So well done on this. If you're dropping marks on it, that's fine. Your next homework I've set is a practice paper. Have another go. The more you practice, the better you get. You know this from your GCSEs. The practice papers make a huge difference. Work hard on this. We will do your reading, listening, translation in lesson when you're in school. So I'll be there to talk you through it, to help you out, and then to watch you as you do this in exam conditions, I'm afraid. So that's what it's all about. Guys, you worked really, really hard today. Any questions about your exam? any worries about your exam, any things you want more work or less work, or just email me and I'll be able to help you out. Alors mes petits, bon courage, bonnes vacances et au revoir.